again. Just had a walk around a lake, big southwesterly. So we're going back in the turfs. See if we can stick a bit more bait out and try and tempt a few bites. Got a good few nights ahead of me. Got 3 nights in this swim, and if I wanted to stay a little bit longer into midweek next week, I could. So I'll have a look at some other swims as well, see if I can bait them up. But it depends, because tomorrow is a busy time, so loads of people will turn up tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna, me and this little bugger, having a wee, get back to the van, get the gear set up, get round, get it set up as quick as we can because it's starting to rain. Stick a bit of bait out, and then we'll catch up with you from there. Morning guys. Right, last night I put the left rod on a margin spot that I've been baiting for the last couple of weeks. Woke up this morning to started wicked. Started like about to run out. Ducks. So yeah, not fishing that spot. It's just going to be a bit of a, if I want to fish that spot, it's like I'm going to stick a rod on it and just sort of sit behind the rod for an hour or two. But yeah, we found a new spot, and it's the first time that I've used one of these in a blooming long time. So nice gravelly area. It's a really small spot, but it's in sort of like in between me and the island to my left. So it's open water. It's a channel. So fingers crossed we'll get a bit of a bait out on there. I'm going to put the bait out first and then get a nice low line pop up over the top and see what happens. I'm going to try and get a nice tight spread of bait. So yeah, we'll do that. I got to pop to the shop today and get some more food because I only got a couple of bits because I was in a rush yesterday because I was running late getting here. So we'll sort all that out and then we'll come back to you guys. Just got back from the tackle shop, managed to get the rods out just before the wind kicked off, and it's now raining as well, so yeah, we're a bit lucky with that. Mega confident with all the rods. What are you doing, dog? They all went out lovely. I'm interested to see if the left rod, the new spot, produces. Haven't fished that one before, so it's going to be interesting. And don't get me wrong, I'm confident in it. It went down lovely. I know it's sitting over a bed of pellets, so we'll see what happens. The other two are out in front of me on the mix of bits and bobs from Baitworks at the minute that I'm really confident in. As soon as I've had a bit of a play around and had some good fish on it, I'll tell you guys exactly what I'm using and how I'm doing it as well. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of lunch, and I'll come back to you and I'll show you how to tie my multi-hinge rig. Right guys, as promised, this is how to tie my multi-hinge rig. You need some scissors, a rig puller, about 3 to 4 inches of a coated braid. This is the hybrid stiff from Corda, but any sort of stiff coated braid will do, to be honest. Start off by getting both ends of it, so it's like that. So you got a loop at this end, and what I like to do is pinch it here as well. Once you've done that, real simple, get your bait screw or however you like to attach your hook baits on. You stick that on first, put it all the way to the end here. It doesn't matter where you put it, to be fair. And after that, get your choddy pattern hook. This one's from Nash. Through the back of the eye. So you pull it all the way up to here. Pass it over like you do with a multi-rig. What I like to do here, and this is where the fox puller comes into play, I really do like it. Let's just grab it like that, pull it nice and tight. So you've got pretty much your shape that you want just there. And then you grab your ring swivel, pass both ends through the eye of the ring swivel. Excuse the aeroplane. So this is the bit that I used to find quite tricky, but there's a knack to it. So if you want it to be that high off the bottom, pinch it there. And obviously it's going to be quite hard to tie it like that, so what you want to do is you slide the hook up, because this material is doubled over, you can literally just do it with a one turn. So wrap it around once, straight through the loop that you just created. Pull it down. Obviously you can wet it with saliva. I won't do it for the purpose of this video because it's easier than me just doing it like that. Pull the knot tight. Be careful when you're pulling a knot so you don't slip and end up with a hook in your finger. Trim off the excess. And now here's the part, you can do whatever you want with this bit, to be honest. You can shape it so it's like that. You can have it freely sitting like this. Just don't get me wrong, works a treat. What I like to do is get some hook beads. Let's put one on this side and that side of the hook so it grips hold of this bit so it can't move. You can also put putty on the bottom on the knot there to hold it in place. You can have the hook all the way down to the knot so it sits, bear with me, so it sits like that on a deck. You can have the hook up here if you wanted to, so it sits a little bit further off the deck in a more aggressive sort of angle. But for me, I prefer them just like that. And the good thing about this, obviously you can put your own boom sections, tie it to the loop, or cut this off so it sits even lower, whatever boom section you want to use. The thing I like about this rig the most, there's loads of movement in it, loads of room for the bait to move, and if you get a pickup, so you get a couple of bleeps and you think, oh, it's a liner, and then when you wind in next, you'll know if you've been done or not, because the hook will be like that. So then you know whether to shorten the length of the boom, sharpen the hook up, or change the hook. It's done me loads of fish since I've used it. Absolutely loads. It moves around so well. So yeah, give it a go. You can use any stiff material. You can even use like shod filament for it, but I prefer it with the thick coated braids. It just it looks and feels a lot better. So yeah, give it a try. Hopefully I'll put a fish on the bank for you. Right guys, we're going into the second evening. As you can see, there's a massive slick patch from the spot, which looks good. I was looking at this about 5-10 minutes ago and there was nothing there at all, and all of a sudden, bang, a massive slick patch coming up. So there's got to be something down there having a munch. Fingers crossed one of the rods out on that spot rips off. Not sure about the left-hand rod, but yeah, definitely a bit confident in the two rods out front. Right guys, as per usual, if something happens we'll report back to you. If not, we'll see you guys in the morning. Thought I'd come back and give you guys a little bit of peace of mind. Right now I am so tempted, after seeing the slick in and all sorts, to like redo a rod. I'm thinking something's wrong, and I do this all the time, but what in this situation, if this happens to you, just sit on your hands. Chances are your rigs are sitting out there perfectly. There's nothing wrong with them, so you don't need to redo your rods. You're just convincing yourself that you do because you've seen the slick, you've seen the birds, you've seen shows, you've seen bubbling or whatever you've seen. But if you remember, as you were doing that rod, if that didn't land perfectly and you weren't happy with it, you wouldn't have left it there. So I've always got to remind myself that, because I forget every single time, and I'm sure most of you guys probably do as well. You just get a bit excited. So right now I've just got to literally like sit on my hands, and if it's going to happen, it will happen. If not, I've got another night anyway, but I've seen fish feeding on the area, so, and that's due to the slick. So yeah, if it happens to you, just sit on your hands and something hopefully will happen. Fingers crossed it happens to me anyway. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the morning. Morning everyone. Last night was absolutely dead, and this morning's been absolutely dead. I haven't seen a single fish. The lake is flat calm. There's a bit of bubbling up over there, but it's not really like major bubbling up. The whole lake is flat calm. So at least if I want to recast, I can get a decent line lay. But I don't need to recast. Bit of a weird one. I was sort of hoping the fish would be down this end, or they'd be feeding at least, but I don't think they've been feeding anywhere. Really been. I mean, it was a bit cold last night, so whether that switched them off, I just don't know. It's just weird. So I might have to rethink the baiting strategy. Maybe go for some crushed, smaller particles as I can make out of the boilies and that. Go from there. Maybe some D-rigs or some wafters. Not low-lying pop-ups, even though they are really low-lying, but maybe a change of rig might induce a bite. It's hard to say because I've seen no shows. I mean, I've been sat on my bucket by the rods watching the lake for about an hour. Just seen nothing, which is weird. I mean, don't get me wrong, this time of year they tend to be like more active at night, and I heard shows to my left, so down there last night, but in the pitch black when they're so far to your left, you can't. I was trying to look, stood here trying to look down there. You just can't see anything. But it's good to mentally store that in my head that they were showing down to my left. So when I come back in a couple of days, or after tomorrow, a couple of days, I could plot up in a swim down there. But last time I fished down that end, it was weedy as anything, so they might just be showing down there and not feeding. It's very difficult at the minute to decide what's going on. I wanted to get in Jason's, if I'm honest with you, because the relatively cold weather, the water level and the water temperature is dropping. Sorry, not the water level, just the water temperature is dropping. So I wanted to get in Jason's, but I haven't managed to get into it as per usual, which is a bit of a pain. But that's the ball ache of doing vlogs. People will see you catching fish for an area, and then don't let you get back in it. But it's just hard because I just can't see anything. Like, excuse me, I got my last night in here tonight. I'll just wait till it goes. It's so loud. Yeah, I got my last night in this swim tonight. I'm going to stick a little bit more bait out, but only crushed up small particles, bits of boilies and stuff like that. And then I've been sort of trying to find and see an area where there's fish showing, so that in a couple of days I can come back and that's like a starting zone for me to look. And I've seen nada. So yeah, we'll see how today progresses. Keep you updated as and when, but it's not looking good. It's looking like a Blanchosaurus Rex by the looks of it. But yeah, we'll see you soon. I just got back from the shop. I've got an extra night ahead of me as well, so it might be worthwhile moving and setting up somewhere else. I've been speaking to Paul, one of the other members who's on, or he's just leaving. He said that there's been fish showing on the spot that I've been fishing in Jason's. He said there was quite a few, so it might be worthwhile moving into here and doing 2 nights in here. was saying that as well, my spot in front of me in the turf, sorry, is slicking up as well, so it's quite a difficult choice I've got right now. I'm probably going to move, so I do have a feeling they're going to be stuck in this in the deeper water. But we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Right, we'll come back to you once we've moved. Everything St Jason's ready to be set up. Just walk into the van. As you can see, I'm sweating. Whew. Come on, boy. Sweating my boobs off. Just walking back to the van to grab the remainder of the bait. I've got another 5-6 kilo in the van, so I want to just get everything and get ready. So if I do have a few fish, I've got enough bait. Don't get me wrong, I've probably got about 4 kilo in the bucket, but that's all like covered in liquids and powders and stuff like that, and it's going to be an absolute pain to try and chop the boilies up into crumbs and halves and all sorts. So I'm going to get some boilie which is just dry and use that instead. Sweating. Right, we'll see you back in the swim when everything's set up. Right, that's the rods all done. Do you know what? I don't know whether to feel confident. Don't get me wrong, I've seen a fish over the middle rod, but this swim is, I don't know, I don't feel too confident anymore in this swim. I was doing so well in here. Like, I really had something good going, and I'd enjoy coming down, getting in here and just being left to what I was doing. And now I just don't know. Like, I don't mean to push any negativity on you guys, but I can't stand it. Like, the amount of effort. I mean, I live quite far away. I live in Milton Keynes and I have to come here, so it's like an hour and a half. So for me to come down, put bait out, come and fish it and everything like that, the amount of effort I was putting in, like, loads of people were leaving me to it, and thank you to everyone that was leaving me to it. But the couple of people that just see me catching fish and just wanted to jump in behind that, why, you absolutely killed it for me. Like, yes, I've caught fish in other swims and everything like that, don't get me wrong, but I really, really felt like I was on to something good here, and I was getting what I was putting in. I was putting a hell of a lot of effort in, and like now I just keep, like, everyone just keeps jumping, well, not everyone, but like certain 3 people just keep jumping in on it, and like I've only just managed to get in the swim now, and whoever that person, whoever they are, I don't know how much they've ruined the swim. It's just really frustrating. You'd expect a lot different, to be honest, from a syndicate of this calibre, but obviously not. There's always someone who doesn't want to do their own angling. Like, and to me, this, like, doing your own thing is angling. That's what angling is about. Like, doing your own thing, finding your own path, catching your own fish, sort of thing. Like, but jumping in behind someone after they've put the effort into a swim that didn't get fished, that's just fishing. You're casting out, trying to catch fish. That's all you're doing. You're not angling. You put the effort in and everything like that. But yeah, right. Enough of that. It winds me up. If you've ever had it done to you guys, you know exactly how it feels, and it's just a killer. Like, I wouldn't ever do that to anyone. Like, it is just so like such a ick move. It's proper. But anyway, it's looking good for it, don't get me wrong. I've seen a show over here by the middle rod. It might happen, it might not. I need to pop to a tackle shop tomorrow because I lost another spom, but I'm going to get the dot spot. I'm kind of glad I lost that spom, to be honest. Well, I say that at the time. Like, it didn't even get caught on anything. I was just casting out and it just went. That's the avid spot braid. I've never had an issue with it. It just pinged off. I don't know whether as I was winding it in, it's got caught on something or chipped away or whatever. But yeah, spawns in the middle of that island in front of me somewhere, but yeah, have to. Well, luckily I put a decent amount of bait out on all spots before that happened, otherwise I wouldn't be too happy right now. Having a right moan, sorry guys. Yeah, hopefully we can catch a fish and nothing else happens to annoy me, but it is what it is. Fingers crossed for a bite. We'll come back to you guys soon. Oh, it's looking quite good for it. I don't think I've caught many fish during the evening or night time in this swim. It's usually early morning, so I don't particularly expect anything. That's if anything happens at all for this evening or tonight, so we'll see what happens. Look at these. Looking absolutely sexy as. Right guys, last little update for tonight. I've just seen a fish show in the triangle just past this island here, in between this one and this one. So that's a good sign. Usually when that's happened before, it means I'll get a bite. Well, it doesn't mean I'll get a bite, but it's just been coincidental, if you know what I mean. So fingers crossed. Just ordered myself a curry as well. Not like the curry I had last time, guys. Not having none of that spicy rubbish. Butter chicken this time. I ain't messing around with no spicy stuff. Ugh. Ruined my day, that did last time. Right, if anything happens, we'll come straight back to you guys. If not, we'll see you in the morning. My day so far, honestly, it's been rubbish. Avid spot braid keeps snapping, so I ain't using that again. I'm gonna have to wait now till, well, I managed to get bait out on 2 rods, the 2 closer in rods, and the one that's far out, I'm gonna have to attempt to use the throwing stick later on. And I mean later on because the seagulls here are worse than piranhas. So yeah, my day so far has been a bit of a pain, but it happens. There's been a few fish seen around the area, so i.e. the triangle out in front of me. So still hopeful. Got two rods out on the D-rig, one on a low line pop-up. Hopefully we'll trip up any fish, to be honest. I don't care if it's the smallest one in here. Be nice to get amongst at least one fish and not blank. But if I'm honest, there's only been a few fish out the last couple of days, so it's not fishing the best. So yeah, fingers crossed, toes crossed, legs crossed, testicles crossed for all I care. Let's be having a friggin' fish. Come back to you soon. Alright guys, so we're going into the evening time. Potentially the last night, depending on how tonight goes. If it goes well, if I have a fish, or if I have something just before I leave tomorrow, I've got an extra night to play with, so fingers crossed. If not, I'll be back in a couple days and I'll start off in this swim, hopefully, if it hasn't been hijacked again. But yeah, do you know what, I've seen activity and movement over all the rods, so you never know. I mean, it's flat calm, and every time, usually when it's been flat calm in this swim, it's done well for me. So hopefully it will be the same as what it usually has been before. As per usual, if anything does happen, I'll keep you guys updated. If not, I'll see you guys in the morning. Right, morning guys, and we have some good news. We have some good news indeed. I can stay an extra night. Nah, you thought I was going to say I caught a fish, didn't you? I wish. I got the extra night and I'm going to use it. I've had 2 shows, I don't know if you'll be able to see, over by the right rod, and that's in the last 10-15 minutes. So there's fish in the area. Just fingers crossed they get their heads down and have a bit of a munch. I managed to get a decent bit of bait out last night with a throwing stick. It was pitch black and the seagulls were still trying to get the baits. Absolute crackheads. I just wish I had a rifle or a machine gun or something. Just clear about the sky. But yeah, it is looking good for it today. Fingers crossed something happens. And as Leon Bartrop says, it only takes one bite. So yeah, hopefully we get that one bite and land that one bite. Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. I am going to show you the bits from Forge Tackle. I've showed you them before. It's the hydro luggage, but I'm going to go into it in it, not necessarily a bit more depth, but just continue the sort of ongoing review of the stuff and explain to you why I have it, why I use it, and why you would want it. If I'm honest, I know a lot of guys, well, a lot of you guys don't particularly like me showing the bits and bobs and that, but there's some people out there that might be looking for some luggage, wanting something a bit different, and this could be perfect for you. So I don't want to feed out of one hand and take out the other. So yeah, apologies to you guys that don't like that sort of stuff, but I need to do it. So yeah, we'll come back to you shortly with the bags and bits from Forge Tackle. Right, just heading back to the swim, guys. Bring the rods in. My mate Jay, just a few swims around the corner, just had a lovely 36, which is actually the same fish that I had at 38.5, I think. Lovely mirror, absolutely lovely. So big ups to Jay and well done on that one. So we're going to get back to the swim, get the rods out, and hopefully I can get amongst some fish. We'll see what happens. But yeah, at least I know there's fish at this end of the lake. They're having a bit of a munch. So yeah, fingers crossed. See you soon. Right guys, yeah, I forgot to show you the Forge Tackle hydro luggage and bits, so I'll do that in the morning, because right now we got a pizza. Oh, buzzing. It's bad, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to shove my face in this and demolish it, hopefully catch a fish. If we do, we'll come back to you. If not, I'll give you just a little update just before we go sleep and that. So yeah, we'll see you soon. Morning guys. It's yeah, it's quite chilly this morning. I've just seen one fish show in between the right and the right and the middle rod. Sorry, I'm messing my words up. I've just literally woken up. So yeah, last chance saloon, as they call it. Well, we've got, I'll give it till probably about 1 o'clock today, and then head home. So yeah, it's freezing cold, so I'm going to get back in the sleeping bag and keep you updated if anything happens. Oh guys, you have not got a clue what that in there means to me. After these horrible last few days, oh, it's happened. Right, I'm shaking like a leaf. The adrenaline is pumping like crazy. And we'll see you guys on the mat. Guys, you haven't got a clue what this fish means to me. Look at the colours on it. After the blanking that I've been doing this session, to have such a fish like this. What a cracking carp. It's got all these black spots on it. It's got like a black mark on the tail. Beautiful, beautiful fish. I'm guessing it's 30, low 30. We'll wait up afterwards. But happy days. Wow. Alright, let's have a look at the other side. Wow. What a carp. What a way to end the blank on this session. Half hour before I'm packing away as well. Oh, I'm shaking. Thank you very much. got a nice black spot just here by my chin. So if this isn't a named fish, I'd like to call it black spot. But what a carp, I'm buzzing. Alright, let's get him weighed up and then get him back. Just before we put him back, guys, very well behaved fish. We'll show you a couple of the details. I mean, look at that, look at this orange mark here. All the colours on this fish. Little blemish there. This is the spot I was on about. Then you got the dark mark on the tail here. This, guys, this is a fish of the future. This is going to be a 40 next year. What a carp. Right, let's get him back. Absolutely buzzing. That fish was just over 30 pound by about 9-10 ounces. So yeah, the pack away has begun. Got one rod, obviously that one we had the fish on out the water. So yeah, buzzing. I did forget to do these, so we're going to show you these in a second. But yeah, I'm so happy. We've just, was that a fish? Just, where are we? Just there. That rod's actually not in the water. That's the one I had the fish on. I don't usually put the rod straight back out, because what I tend to find is if I get a bite on that side, they usually tend to go over to the right side because of all the commotion where there's even more bait. Yeah, there was a fish. Might whack a lead and a bait on this rod and just quickly oof it out. I'm joking. Right, the pack away begins. We'll come back to you in a second with the bags. Totally forgot about these guys, so just a little quick recap before we pack away. These are absolutely bomb proof, waterproof as well, and most importantly they're James proof. Both of them have got rock hard bottoms on, with the grips as you can see around the edges and in the middle. Lovely logos on them. Like I said, this is the tabletop version. This one has got two sections, so the top half is what I use for all my hook baits, anything bait related. Bottom half, spare bombs, gas bottles, stoves, anything in there. You can put whatever you want in them really. That's generally bait, generally tackle, and all spare bits and bobs. Ridge monkey goes in there as well. It's got an inner tray. The handles, obviously you can have your heavier bits in here, so your handles are more sturdy. You've got two sets of handles on these. You've got these for when you carry them both together, that one for you carrying it singly, and obviously this one works on this one when they're separated as well. So let's show you the inner tray quickly. Apologies for you guys that have seen these already. Excuse the mess of this as well because I'm just packing away. So that's the inner tray. It's now my tackle box. You can see some pop-ups in there because it's a bit of a mess. You got all manner of goodies in there as well. It's all a total mess because I'm packing away and I usually just chuck everything together. But yeah, fully waterproof. So it means if you turn up to the lake, it's raining, you haven't really got to worry about getting your gear set up, getting your bivvy out just to keep your bags and that dry. You can concentrate on the main thing, getting them rods out to catch those carp. These are online now at Forge Tackle Direct, so go check them out, guys. They're different from the norm, which is why I like them the most, to be honest. Lovely, lovely bits of kit. Yeah, go check them out. Sorry about the rant, guys. I'm so, and you guys can probably guess this, I'm so passionate about my fishing. So passionate about every aspect of it. Bringing my dog, expecting to pay the amount I'm paying and have a nice clean swim with no sharp prickly bits, no hooks, no 50 yards of braid, plasticky bits everywhere. Like, as right now you can see I'm walking around, I've got everything up apart from a couple of bits, but as I'm packing away, as I'm going, like right now, whatever that is, it's like an old piece of ground sheet or something, rubbish, so I'm picking it up. This is instructions for you idiots that leave rubbish. Now watch. Look. See this? I'm still alive. I've not been hurt. I'm okay. It's not hard. See? Right, we'll see if we can find another bit for you absolute morons that leave rubbish. Just on my chin. Right. It's going to be difficult finding a bit now because I've picked up as much as I possibly could. Oh, here we go. Just down here. A little bit of plastic. Just Right, so what we do, see this? Right. Ooh, it's like Steve Irwin. It's a beautiful species of rubbish. This looks like it's from a Cadbury's chocolate bar, but look, watch. Watch. Keeping the balance. Keeping the balance. Walking a straight line. We're okay, guys. We're okay. Oh, still going. And this must be difficult for you absolute idiots out there, but watch, 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 watch. That's a close call. Whew. I'm not even sure if I told you how big that fish was. It was just over 30 pounds. Yeah, it's pack away time now. We're actually, me and the beautiful missus are due to go get her new car today. So I'm going to bring these two in, get everything else on the barrow and get home. So we'll sign off here. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and putting up with my absolute rubbish that spouts out my mouth half the time whilst I'm blanking. Thank you for the support and watching the video. Don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, thank you again for watching. That fish was an absolute banger. I can't wait to get back down. As usual, I'll leave a previous video up here, one up here as well, and a subscribe button in the middle for you guys. See you on the next one.